am the beat. I am constantly becoming, drumming the song that lets God's words come spinning out from between my lips, even while my hips knock back and forth like rainbow spreading maracas. As Maya says, if I had known better, I would have done better. My name is Carla Christopher, and my new official title is Arts and Cultural Community Liaison for York City. It's basically a brand new created position. The Arts and Cultural Community Liaison is an outreach office as part of Mayor Bracey's office to, I guess, capture the disenfranchised community, almost like a minority group that artists are. We're educated, we're intelligent, we're talented, we're passionate, but we're often suspicious of a political group. It's sometimes difficult to get people that are very independent, very counterculture, very solitary by nature, and ask them to come together, ask them to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves. And my job is to get all these people connected to each other so that they can work together and create that cultural community that then creates an environment that brings buyers in, that brings people seeking culture in, because they see that there's a real destination there, not just individual artists everywhere, but something that could fill a whole day, a whole weekend, could make it worth moving there. And then once the artists are connected to each other, my job is also to connect them with the government, connect them to the resources, to the business tools, to the logistical opportunities in York that can help them make art easier and more efficiently and more sustainably so that they can keep doing it. When I first came to York 7 years ago, there was very little that was here. At least there was very little that was here in any sort of demonstrated way. And over time, it was the combination of those different communities coming together. There were a lot of initiatives that the city made to make it easier for small businesses to open up. These individual mom and pop shops and really creative ideas, not just chains, not just efficient businesses, but, you know, we have multiple cupcake shops in one downtown area. Who has that? You know, when all these businesses started opening up and then the artists started putting art up on the wall, started playing. We started doing First Friday, and then there were lots of things like making the meters free late at night and opening up the parking garages on the weekends, letting artists paint the meters and putting up sculptures downtown. So there was a lot of things that were done because of city permits, because of city allowances, city funding, additional lighting and attractive lighting, just things that made people feel safer and more comfortable coming back downtown, that made it look different, that made it a visually attractive place to be. And you know, when you combine that with the great restaurants and food, you combine that with all the festivals and the community-sponsored concerts and movie series and festivals, you know, there is entertainment now happening here all the time.
Oh, yes, he'd blow on some holy smoke. If you get my drift, then get it now. There's no such thing as a holy cow. So if you still believe in this bovine somehow, all I can say is, holy cow.
And it's in an attractive environment. It's in a much safer environment. And as people are starting to come out, it's the artists that have been in their back rooms for years. It's just now they're starting to realize, oh, there is community here I can connect with. There are venues and spaces where I can perform. One thing I've always been able to do is talk. At the root of everything I do is my poetry. You know, I am so passionate about the art community because as a poet, I started connecting that with music, with dance, with the physical movement, with the spoken word community. I wanted everybody to love poetry as much as I did, and I found that artists could appreciate it because at the end of the day, it's all about emotion and expression, and my emotion, my expression comes through in my poetry. It comes through with my words, and I use my words to paint pictures, to convey an emotion at a level that goes underneath conversation that gets to the heart rather than the head. And I think artists do that. I think dancers do that when they move. I think musicians do that when they sing. It's about, you have a feeling, you have a passion, and you want to share it. Not the facts, but the feeling. And if someone feels what I feel, if someone shares an experience with me because of my words, then I feel like all the work that I've been doing, the training and the editing and the connecting and the studying and the performing for the last 20 years of my life, it was worth it. It means something. It worked. I am the best that I can be in this now, in this moment, as I give my words wings and I set them free.